Hello everybody, this is Jeff McDonald from East West Draftcast. I'm doing a draft video for our Forcing the Issue that we talked about on a recent podcast. This time we are forcing blue-green Mill Yourself. I'm sitting in an 8-4 queue. I was going to do a Swiss to get the most games in, just in case I lose a round or two in the beginning. But I decided to just jump in the 8-4 because I don't know, I think this archetype is a good one, and when we force it, I think we do have a chance to get to the finals, so might as well go for the higher skill level, I guess. Draft's about to start. Hopefully you all enjoy, so I will see you in a second. Alright, let's take a look here. So, it's quite sad to see this, really. We have the obvious pick in Bloodline Keeper. It's possibly the best card you can open. Doesn't put you into multiple colors like something like Olivian Voldaren would do, but is ridiculously powerful. But the idea is that we're going to go for self-mill, so I say we got to go all out. Too bad we're passing the keeper, but so we got 30 seconds here. We got an occultist, which is an enabler, one of the worst ones. We got the two scabs here, the Drake being the better. Murder of Crows, which is the best blue card in the pack. You have a volley, which we're not going to take because we're going blue-green. Wolf, a good early drop, but not too important. Here, I'm going to grab the Crows. It's the best card, and it just, I mean, it helps in a way with the looting capability, but we'll see how it goes from here. Okay, so for the deck, we have a Silent Departure, which is excellent. A Fortress Crab, which is fine, but not something I would take here. Ranger's Guile, not important. Don't think the deck's gonna need a card like that. We have Juggernaut, fine body, not super necessary. Doesn't really fit the theme here. Departure does though. Other cards, you know, just a bunch of decent, okay stuff in the other colors. Departure is even. Maybe, well, Juggernaut's the best card in the pack, but it doesn't really fit the theme. Haunting is good. Besides that, I think Departure is just fine. So, grab it here. Happy to do so. Boy, wish I was in black. Would have taken the Keeper, and then probably Ghoul Raiser here, because I love me some Ghoul Raiser. So we are cool with Orchard Spirit. It's fine. We're gonna need random bodies. We're probably not gonna be much humans, so the captain's just a little worse. Spectral Flight we're not gonna play. Outcasts, you don't really need the big bodies like those, because you'll have hopefully the Boneyard Worms. So we're gonna go with a Spirit here. It's fine. Dagger's a good card too, but yeah, we just need bodies as well as, I mean, flyers are always fine. So, oh man, could have had multiple Ghoul Raisers and a Bloodline Keeper. This is sad. So Hollowhand Scavenger, just perfectly fine body. 4/5 for 5. I like that. Gains you some life sometimes, which is a-okay. Everything else doesn't do a whole lot. Spider is fine. I think the Scavenger's a little bit better. This like could be a 4-power guy. This is a 4-power guy, so you know. Let's just take Scavenger. Okay, finally we get an enabler in Deranged Assistant. Maybe getting back the Memories Journey or Gnaw to the Bone. Hopefully one of the two. Prefer the Gnaw, but we'll probably get one later anyway. Yeah, not much to say here. Drainage Assistant, great card. Maybe the best card in the pack, probably. Anyway, so happy to see it. Okay, so what we could do is we could take a Woodland Sleuth, fine card. If we're filling our graveyard full of things, it's always going to have something to grab back. Not necessarily always going to have a morbid trigger to grab it, but maybe you will. Naturalize for the sideboard. Probably wouldn't take it over the Sleuth at this point. The other thing is we talked about briefly is like, would you curse yourself? I tend to think no, so I'm going to pass on that. If this was like pack 3 and we just did not have the enablers, then I would take it, but I'm just going to take the Sleuth. I think it'll be fine. Okay, wow. Here's that beautiful Burning Vengeance we were talking about in the cast. Ambush Viper is what I want here. Excuse me. Make-A-Wish is actually, we didn't talk about it in the cast, but it's not all that great in this deck because you're filling your graveyard full of anything, everything. So the randomness of the return is pretty bad. I mean, you're going to be getting lands back maybe, or just cards that you don't care for too much. This is more of a card for, like, say, a green-white deck that's, doing a lot of trading, and so you can buy back a few creatures. Ambush Viper's fine, though. Mulch. That is nice to see. Mystics is in the pack. It's a good card. We don't need it, though. It's not totally with our plan, so Mulch is what we're going to go for. Yeah, the daggers probably shouldn't be in the pack still. This card's really good. Yeah, it just super solid. A lot of the decks in this format are based on grizzly bears, and this just makes your grizzly bear the best grizzly bear. So pretty good card. Mulch, though, is awesome for us. Alright, we even wheeled the Mauler. That is cool. So do you think there was only, if I'm remembering correctly, there was only the 3 blue guys, so there should only be one other blue drafter. Well, not necessarily true, but one who's taking cards highly, because the Mauler's fine. I mean, it's not really a 9th pick. It's definitely higher than that. So, happy to see it. And we got back a crab, too. I like the crab. Blocks fine, or blocks great, and yeah, we're happy to have things like that. Like I said before, I don't really want the Guile, and it's not really important. It's one of the worst pump spells, probably the worst pump spell in the format, and I don't love it. Okay, here we got a bunch of junk. We're not going to play Spectral Flight. There's no way. We could hate a card. I don't know. I guess Moment of Heroism is the most playable, so we'll take that. Or we'll take Spectral Flight just for signaling purposes, but it doesn't really matter. I'll take a random rare. It's probably worth like 0.02 tickets. Cool. Wield the Gnaw to the Bone. See, this is why the deck is great. This is exactly what we wanted to see, so happy to see it. And some crap. Alright. So, we technically have 12 cards we could play. Well, Spectral Flight, I probably want to hide that. Alright. Next pack, we have... yeah, Bloodline Keeper, Bloodgift Demon. Something tells me I shouldn't have been forcing the issue, but we are, so too bad. Claustrophobia is great. Nothing else is, but I mean in our colors, I should say, blue-green. I mean, naturally is fine in the sideboard. Outcast, I told you before, don't really need it all that much. I mean, this is kind of similar, and it actually can gain us life, which is more important than just having a big body. Jesus Christ. Yeah, claustrophobia. Okay. This is not good for us. Jeez. Okay. So we will maybe be splashing black, because hopefully we'll get some cards that will want us to splash black. Tribute to Hunger is a splashable card, so that's something. Jeez. Kindercatch, not what I want. Obviously Moon Mist doesn't do anything for us. And we could do that, but I just don't feel like we need it. We got a Deranged Assistant, a Mulch, to a lesser extent Murder of Crows. I mean, we'll probably get more enablers later, and we could probably table this even, so jeez. Taking the Tribute, wishing that this was not going this way. But, you know, this is what happens when you force an archetype. I mean, one of the reasons we do this is to show everybody how forcing is only good for practice and not good for winning things. You don't win by doing this. Okay, so Jesus. We talked about Dream Twist. Might want to throw one in there. I'm low on enablers, so I'm actually going to take it here. Yeah, I mean, at this point, my deck is not good. It doesn't have the cards it needs. It doesn't have the uncommons we wanted to see or anything. We haven't seen them yet. Not looking good for us, but take it the Dream Twist. And yeah, Champion is a good card as well, for those of you that don't realize. 1-drops are really important in this format. It's a lot faster than it seems, so Dream Twist it is. Alright. That's what I'm talking about. We got some picks here. Armored Scab, the all-star enabler. He's awesome. Nephalia Drownyard is the rare enabler. It's requires the black splash, which we probably want to do anyway, but we're not doing it yet. If you notice, there's also Mulch, which we could possibly table, which is big. The Viper's always nice. I'm going to take the Scab here. We're not definitely splashing black yet, and hopefully we will the Mulch, or the Viper's probably not going to happen. We would play a Stitcher's Apprentice. We already have a few Morbid triggers, so be happy to get the Apprentice. It's just a solid card in general, so. Okay, Foil Drownyard, jeez. We actually don't want it though. So we haven't gotten the normal green ones, the green mill yourself cards that you want, like the stuff that counts the creatures in your graveyard. We have Knot of the Bone. That's it. Scab Goliath is super good, and although it removes 2 creatures from the graveyard, like I just said, we just don't have the cards that need the creatures in the graveyard. So we're fine with kind of moving into the more Scab blue-green deck. Could take the Wreath of Geist. It's pretty mediocre. Just the 2-for-1 aspect of it. Maybe we'll wheel it. Probably not. Okay. Yeah, this is a bunch of stuff. Yeah, well, I'm just gonna take the Traveler's Amulet. Still might splash black, but here I mean, Rebuke's good. That's about all I have to say. Okay. So here we have a Naturalize for the sideboard, a Crab for the main deck. Let's look at our curve. Crab looks fine. Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna take the crab. I don't need a naturalize. I do need more cards to play. And I like the crab. He's a good blocker. Makes our Murder of Crows and Scab Goliath better. Ha! Gotcha. Boneyard Worm we're taking here. No way we're passing it. This is the reason we're drafting the deck, so we're grabbing it and happy to. This is kind of bummer that we got the Goliath. We could have grabbed the Wreath of Geist instead. It's just such a worse card. I didn't want to do that. But oh well. I mean, we can just end up milling this anyway and not have to remove creatures. And now we get our sideboard naturalized, so happy to pass it earlier. Yeah, there's a lot of enchantments that are important in this format. So naturalize is good, but yeah, this card's not good. This card's Werewolf. And random 6-drop I will take. Hopefully I don't play it, but it's not unheard of. Yep. Could gain some life. Jeez, that's bad. I think I'm just gonna hate a Grizzly Bear. Grizzly Bears are good. And we got the Mulch back. Awesome. So our enablers are good at this point. We have Mulch, Assistant. Probably don't need to play the Dream Twist because we got the Scab as well. And I guess that's about it, but that's fine. Here we will hope to open or see in this pack a Spider Spawning, which would make the deck pretty good. I'm just going to hide the Dream Twist, hide the Naturalize. Let's see, what do we get? Got a Mentor of the Meek. Shiny one. Yeah, this is a bad pack. Bummer. Is Ambush Viper the pick here? That's kind of sad. Lumberknot, not necessary in this deck. Good card though. Yeah, the red cards are good. The white card is good. Mentor is brutal, by the way. It's just, yeah, draw lots and lots and lots. Very good card. Yeah, taking the Viper. Not happy about it. Ooh, Gutter Grime. Gutter Grime. Yeah, we're taking Gutter Grime. There's nothing else in the pack. It's a good card. Cooler in other decks. But, yeah, it's fine here. Don't really need a second Knot of the Bone. And we'll probably table it anyway. Gutter Grime it is. Okay. So, we got some more enablers. Alchemy, Scab. The age-old debate. Alchemy versus Scab. I think at this point we are less likely to play black, because all we have is Tribute Hunger. If we took this, we'd have Tribute Hunger and the flashback on that. Armored Scab is probably just a better card anyway. Stitcher's Apprentice would be nice with Gutter Grime, but I think we're just going to stick with our forcing the issue. If you notice, we talked about Burning Vengeance in the cast, and I said how it's pretty easy to end up with the card in your deck, even though it's an uncommon. If you notice, this is the second one we've seen. The deck is real, and I suggest drafting it. Okay, that's what I'm talking about. Spider Spawning. The deck is coming together. Cripping Renaissance, actually extremely good in the deck as well. We didn't talk about it in the cast, and I kind of wish we did, because I'm almost not sure if spawning is as good as it. Because this is basically, you know, in the middle deck it's a 7 mana draw, like 6 or 7. It's just nutty. 6 or 7 gas spells. I'm going to take the spawning. I know how it performs. Now we are going to be splashing black because it is necessary to do so. Bunch of cards we're happy to table here. So hopefully one of them comes back. Wow. Scab Goliaths. We just grabbed ourselves a spider spawning, meaning don't feel like I want another Scab Goliath. Deranged Assistant though, happy to have a second. And we're at like 25 cards, 15 creatures, this will be 16. So we're looking to cut some stuff. Kindercatch is gone. Scavenger, Gutter Grime. Gutter Grime's pretty mediocre in this deck, even though it's an awesome card. Oh, Hysterical Blindness, I didn't see that. So we're down to 24. That's basically a land, though. I think we're doing okay. Now, Greg mentioned that he'd rather play a Swamp than a Shimmering Grotto in the cast. I pretty much disagree with that, so I'm happy to take it here and play it. Yeah, not much else to say about the pack. I mean, we could like splash a Ghoul Caller's Chant, which is awesome in blue-black self-mill. It can return a couple scabs. Got another one there. Or just one of a good card that we milled, but not interested in splashing it. Okay. Third Assistant. Grave Bramble. Outcasts. Don't need that. Alright. I love the Blood Hall. And the Rage Thrower. These are both awesome. I think I'm going to go back through this and look at what my deck should have been after this forced blue-green deck. It's actually looking fine. I'm going to take another Assistant. Probably cut a mulch for it. Okay. Grave Bramble is a fine sideboard card. Outcasts, I really just don't think I want a 5-drop. And I hate the Guile. So I'll take a sideboard. Grave Bramble here. Actually am somewhat afraid of this card more than anything else because of the fast black-red deck can really take advantage of that. So I'm going to take it. Another Knot of the Bone. It's possible that we play two, a side one in for the fast deck that I was just mentioning. Oh, we even got a Stitcher's Apprentice? Well, jeez. Now we gotta really think about what we're doing here. This will be an interesting deck build. But, oh my god. Okay, so we're in business. That is definitely making the deck, and number 3, Knot of the Bone. There's no way we're playing 3, but yeah, this will be fun to build, difficult, and truthfully I'll probably screw it up somewhere, but let's see what happens. Okay, let's get in the important cards first. So Boneyard Worm, we'll just start with the ones that actually do the damage. One Knot of the Bone, the Spider Spawning, Creeping Renaissance, Silent Departure is obviously important. We have a Scab Goliath and a Makeshift Mauler. Those are the graveyard stuff. Now let's talk about the stuff that enables graveyard. We got at least one mulch, probably 2, I think. We got nothing else in green, right? Yeah, no. We're not going to do the Dream Twist, I don't think. Couple drain or 3 Deranged Assistants. That's awesome. Couple Scabs. Yeah, that's pretty much all we need. We could do another mulch if we need it. Now we need some bodies. So Ambush Vipers are important for surviving the beginning of the game. Let's see here. Well, we also need our good removal and our balmy creatures. So at this point, let's move all the cards that we might be playing over to one spot. I don't think I'm going to play the Traveler's Amulet because I do have 2 mulches. I'd rather just play a second mulch than a Traveler's Amulet. I don't know if we're going to be splashing this Tribute. Naturalizes for the sideboard. Same with 2 Knot of the Bones. Orchard Spirit. Grave Bramble's a sideboard card. Got a lot of cards here. Kindercatch is not going to make it. Neither are those. And there's that. Okay, these are the cards. Let's look at our curve. Alright, so we've got stuff to do on turn 2. That is awesome. I am a big fan of tapping mana on turn 2. Gosh, our Boneyard Worm's going to be great in this deck. We have 11 creatures now. We definitely need a bunch more. I'm going to at least put 1 Fortress Crab in. Probably it's not super important to our plan. It's just a random 2/2 flyer. This does a little bit more than that because it does interact with the graveyard. This is kind of a package here that I might do, or I probably will do, because it's quite powerful. Dream Twist is out. Mulch is close to playable. I think this could be part of this package here. We're looking for 4 cards. I don't think I care too much about that. 13 creatures. Putting in these would bring us to 15. So we're gonna do that. Now, do we need another enabler / mana fixer, or a random aggressive body, random defensive body? So for finishers, we have Goliath, Crows. Scavenger can be a finisher as well as Mauler. Boneyard Worm. So a decent amount. I don't know if we'll need the extra damage that this is going to deal. It does put a guy in our number 3 spot, which is more important than putting a guy in our number 4 spot. But triple Deranged Assistant actually makes the 4 spot closer to the 3 spot. So I think I lean towards that if we're going to do a creature. But do we need 16? Or do we want to reliably get our swamp and enable? So let's think here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Boy, Creeping Renaissance I think makes me want to play Mulch. Yeah, I think so. I mean, this will get you the mana that will get you up to 7, which will let you cast that which you milled into your graveyard, drawing like 5 creatures. Yeah, it's pretty good. Greg mentioned in the cast that this is a mana hungry deck, and so I think that we want to do that. If we end up playing against the aggressive strategies, Fortress Crab and Knot of the Bone, we'll probably get the nod. Grotto. What else could be important here? Naturalize. Talked about that already. Yeah, that's about it. So let's add our mana. We are looking heavier green because of those double greens there. Actually, we've got a couple double blues too. And we got the Deranged Assistants, which are probably more important to hit than the Ambush Viper, and we're not going to be dropping that on turn 2, although those are nice to drop turn 2. Yeah, I think we're just going to go an even split here. Seems fine to me. 8 and 8, that's what they suggest. Yeah, it seems fine. Wish this was a spider spawning. That would make the deck insane. As it is, the deck is fine. Another Silent Departure would have been nice. I think we passed one. I don't remember what for. I think for an Enabler. Probably a Scab. But, yeah, this is looking like it's going to be the deck. I could be wrong about wanting a 16th creature over a Mulch, but I don't think so. It feels like the Enablers are more important, especially with these two. Yeah. Hopefully Gutter Grime will be awesome. We do have the Stitcher's Apprentice to go with it. Yeah, obviously it doesn't like trigger by sacking the Homunculus, but you know, you sack a Scab, you get a 2/2 out of it, and then you get the guy out of this, and you know, you just keep multiplying it until this card gets out of hand. Sleuth should be fine. Yeah, I'm liking the deck. I love this card in this deck. Hopefully you guys get to see the power of Knot of the Bone. Alright, let's submit and take it away.